And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Jose Pena.
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
And we're back. And towing the slab in this one, Todd Anderson. What do you have on him, Chris?
Yeah, bro, he got the win last time out, worked deep into the ball game and scattered a couple of hits. You could expect him today to try to match that performance of his last time out.
We go to the bottom of the first. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Duran measures 6 feet 2 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. The 1-0. And that one fouled off. Tap foul to plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings through it for the K. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Roman Anthony stands in now and watches strike 1. And he lays down a bunt, and it goes just foul. The line to kick the pitch. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Devers now. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. And that drops in for a strike. And the 0-1. And strike two.
First two hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston. We played an inning, no score. Fourth game of the ALCS. And now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. Anderson back to work. Just missed. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles. So to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Christian Campbell getting ready to hit. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. The 0-1. Fought off foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 4 of the ALCS. Squirts away a little bit. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. One away on the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Just a hammer 12-6 curveball right there, Boog. That was exactly what he wanted to do with it. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does. And you can't throw it any better than he did right there.
J. Murray Jr. stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Henderson over at second, one down. Swings through that. In the air, out towards right center. Carroll hustling after it. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
So now the DH spot, Zach Geloff.
They'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
Hit on the ground to short. Volpe. In plenty of time to first, out number 2. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now Chase DeLauder. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 2-1.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Logan O'Hoppe. The breaking ball misses outside. Two runs across in the inning, bottom half of inning number 2. And that misses. Now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
There's a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
On the corner for a strike, and the count's even at 2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Got it. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We play 2 full. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Orioles 1. Back now at Fenway. Here's the left fielder, Jarren Duran.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
In there at the knees. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there, and with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
And next for the Red Sox, Roman Anthony. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Just missed. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Late swing, foul to the left. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. Sure, he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Now it's Devers at the plate. He's 0 for 1. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one. Two out, space is empty. Just missed.
That's a ball. 2 balls. No strike.
Up the middle. Volpe throws to first in time. And Devers is set down. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there. 3 innings in the books here in game 4. It's the Orioles 3 and the Red Sox 2. Back here at Fenway Park, ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Ripped towards third. Tosses to first, and one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Foul ball there. Campbell in his 5th season, 28 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2023. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. And that one hit to first. Basallo takes it himself, and that quickly 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
And now the first baseman, B.J. Murray Jr. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's back. And it hits off the monster. Makes the turn and heads for second. To second, pulls him off the bag.
He was all over that one. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
So runner at second, 2 down. And stepping in for Boston, Zach Geloff. He's 0 for 1. And that's outside. Anderson, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. That misses the zone, and the count now 2-0.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
There's the strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 4 of the ALCS. That one down the line, and foul ball. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun. So one hit is all they get. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Orioles 4 and the Red Sox 2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Anderson back to work. That clips the zone, and that is strike one.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Now a check swing, but he held up.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Caught looking his first time up. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, no outs. Now the left fielder, Jarren Duran. Both two in this one. And a swing and a miss there. First and second here, no outs. Anderson checks the runner, and he's back in easily. Runner edges away at second. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
And now Roman Anthony. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for a play. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores. It's 4-3.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Rafael Devers. He's grounded out a couple of times.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one's in there, and it's 0-1. And that is out of play.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was off. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Gunnar Henderson up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Curveball drops in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that one's a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Headed towards the corner. Alvarez sprinting after it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Here's a 2-2. And it skips into dirt.
They tried to get him to go. Chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
To third. Rolls across the diamond, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We're through 5. It's the Orioles 4 and the Red Sox 3. 4th game of the ALCS. Now at the plate, Christian Campbell. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boo. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Todd Anderson is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Coming on for the Orioles, Drew Rasmussen.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs. Well, this was a huge win for this team. Instead of 2-2 in the series, they're comfortably now 3-1. One more win, and they take the series.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
6-5 the final here today as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.